Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I've got another gift request and I've got another John Prine song. So shout out to Bilbus Wilbury for both of those. All the best. I don't think I know this song. John Prine is just the real deal. All right, my backdrop is I was a philosophy major and a criminal justice major at Rutgers years and years ago and been a life coach. When I listen to John Prine, I never know what to expect, and I can frequently predict or kind of get a grip on what might be coming. Not always. With John, I never know, and I always love seeing the way he strings thoughts, words, and everything else together. Sometimes there's a twist in them, sometimes there's not. But if you're new to country music, John Prine is the real deal. You won't hear him on Nashville radio for the most part, but everybody in Nashville who's an artist knows of John Prine. So, and John passed a couple of years ago. I got this video from John Cater's channel. So John, shout out to you for this, and I'm going to put the link to John's channel below just so you can go see what John's got on his channel. This is the one that Bilbus requested that I react to, so I'm doing it. And in respect of John Cater, the link is below. All right, here we go.
They're sad. They hit you in the gut, but there's always a little glimmer of hope at the end. Is that true? Is that?
Well, that's what I do to get to the glimmer of hope. I show you all the rotten wares first. You know, this is all the stuff that's messing up the situation. And then once you admit all that, then whatever's left is totally optimistic.
Are you optimistic?
Yeah, in the end I am. I just like to talk about, you know, what's really out there, you know, because if you talk about all that and admit it exists, then you got an upper hand on maybe getting rid of it. I always heard of people that sang the blues, that really sing the blues, they did it to get rid of the blues, not to get into it. I see singers that study blues singers, and they get up on stage and they have to get themselves sad. That's not what the blues is about. It's about getting rid of it. I wrote it in Winnebago at about 65 miles an hour while I was cooking. My road manager, Gary Fish, was driving. We were leaving a gig in Charlottesville, and we were going down the interstate, and I was making tacos. We had a little stove on the thing, and I had my guitar out in the by the little dining table they got, and paper out. And I'd just gone through, split up with my wife, and we had filed for divorce. And it still hadn't settled in right with me, you know? Like, I can do just about anything if I can picture it. And it was difficult at the time for me to picture us divorced. We had a lot of split-ups, you know? And so I was just going to explain this to myself, you know? But try and be general about it, so it doesn't seem like you're just talking about one person. It wouldn't be fair to, they'd be telling your side of the story, and you got a voice with a microphone, you know? So I keep the song more general, and then I got a better chance also of reaching other people who've gone through similar circumstances, rather than just airing my own gripe, you know? But I was making tacos at 65 miles an hour when I wrote this. I don't think I had anything left over. I had about two or four lines left over from this, because I was writing two songs simultaneously. The other song didn't come out. You know, didn't come out because I think it was the other side of the same subject, and I didn't want to. I don't mean the other story. I mean, it was what this song could have become in careless hands, you know? So, but the idea in general was good luck to you, you know? All the best. It's not, they use it in Ireland all the time. And, you know.
Divorce is so painful. I want to see how he handles it. It'll be good.
I wish you love and happiness. I guess I wish you all the best. I wish you don't do like I do and ever fall in love with someone like you. 'Cause if you fell just like I did, you probably walk around the block like a little kid. But kids don't know. They can only guess how hard it is to wish you happiness.
Yep. You're hurting. You don't have much to give.
I guess the love is like a Christmas card. You decorate a tree, you throw it in the yard. It decays and dies, and the snowmen melt. Well, I once knew love. I knew how love felt. Yeah, I knew love. Love knew me. And when I walked, love walked with me. And I got no hate.
Nice.
And I got no pride. Well, I got so much love that I cannot hide. Yeah, I got so much love that I cannot hide.
Love his picking.
Say you drive a Chevy, say you drive a Ford. You say you drive around the town till you just get bored. And then you change your mind for something else to do. And your heart gets bored with your mind and it changes you.
Oh.
Well, it's a doggone shame and it's an awful mess. I wish you love, I wish you happiness. I wish you love, I wish you happiness. I guess I wish you all the best. All the best.
John is such a cool ass dude. He's passed, but that's the dichotomy right there. The way I break it down is when you think of living in what we call like the Wild West, each man for himself, each woman for herself, versus living in a society where there's civility, there's kind of cultural norms. Even if you were raised wrong, you should have learned that you hold the door for another person, not just another woman, but out of respect of another person's humanity. If you're walking into a store, just hold the door, what have you. We have, tip your hat. Certain things we do and don't do that we all know. They're not laws in the book that you get arrested for, but we just abide by them, just sort of that way. And so you get divorced and you're crushed. Maybe you get left. It may not be a mutual decision, or it's a mutual decision. It's easier to wish the other person all the best, but it's still kind of hard because you're confused, your heart's beat up. You don't want bad things for the other one, but it's very difficult to separate that other person from being the source of your pain. And when somebody causes you pain, you blame them for it. It's their fault. If somebody comes up and punches you in the face or hits you with a bat in the shin, you're going to blame them and you're going to go at it with them if they haven't debilitated you. In society, when relationships go wrong or divorce goes wrong, we want to be the better person, so to speak. I don't like that expression because I think there's a falseness to it, but I understand the impetus behind it. It's like, look, just don't make a bad situation worse. Don't say things you may not mean and have to take back or regret or something. But the dichotomy here is you're crushed It's hard, like he said, the kid taking a walk around the block, that it's hard for them to have perspective to wish somebody else happiness. As an adult, though, as part of society's way, generally speaking, you want to go to a higher level and say, I hope you're happy. I wish you the best. But you know what that means. In this case, in this song, it's John's ex-wife being with another guy. And that's just too hard to imagine and want and wish for when you're destroyed or on the road eating tacos. But it's the way it is. It's the way it goes. But I love the way John depicts it. You don't feel threatened when he sings a song. You hear truth. And this would be a wonderful song for my premarital counseling song list. Songs for people to listen to give them a little perspective about what's to come that might help them modify their own behavior. Because you can't explain your way out of something you behaved your way into. You can only behave your way out of it. And you may not get that chance. If in a marriage you behaved so badly, you may not get that chance to behave your way out of it. And you can't explain your way out of something when you've hurt somebody for too long. I don't know if that's what happened in John's marriage and what went wrong. I kind of got the sense that maybe she got bored with him and moved on. Maybe he was on the road too much and she was lonely. Fair enough. I mean, there are lots of legitimate reasons, if you will, or understandable reasons for divorcing, but it still hurts badly, for both people. Interesting choice, Bilbus. I mean, very interesting sort of esoteric find on this one, but what a great, great find. I love John Prine. I just do. I loved his artistry. I loved his humanity. I loved his presentation. I loved his guitar picking. I loved his lyricism, the way he sang things. So the number that popped into my head for my experience with this song was a 9.0. Bang, it popped into my head, so that's the number I'm going with. So Bilbus, thank you for that request and gift, my friend. And there we go. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
I wish you love and happiness. I guess I wish you all the best.